Sunfall. The Mad King Duran's summer palace. A bulwark of Carja might against the howling Forbidden West.
Thanks for the history lesson.
But they have no idea what lies beneath. We will learn much from this Aloy.
That's what I'm hoping.
All right. As you can see out here.
Last night, I dreamed I ate a whole boar. Wish I stayed asleep, you know?
Trying to find some semblance of talent or capability amongst the riffraff. Huh. Terrible reflexes and no symmetry. You'll see a world of difference when we get inside. But for right now, one mission at a time. A boss and his sister, Shayna?
I don't need a new friend. It wasn't me. Whatever happened.
She's very pale.
Yes. She's a fighter, but the fever on her won't lift. It only burns hotter. Her name is Shiana, my sister.
Isn't there anyone in Sunfall?
We're refugees. We know our place. And there's only one healer in the territory. He's
His...
Galiv. That's him. He's very clever, but he has little care for people. Perhaps the desert scoured it all away. Perhaps he was always like that. Either way, I know he won't help us.
Well, I'll see about that. Where would I find him?
Last I heard, he was patching up soldiers at Blazon Arch. Another border battle.
Can we really trust savages to show loyalty to our cause?
I'll keep
Even if they are getting paid?
Huh. Just like the Greeks, and just like the English. Everybody who is to the Greeks and the Romans, anybody who wasn't Greek or Roman was an uncultured barbarian. And the same was true with the English, which is why they had no problem steamrolling the Native Americans and the Mayans and basically all the Americas. But of course, everybody else thought the other side was a savage as well. Although there was some justification in these accusations. Now, Aloy offered to help a healer tend to a young girl. Now here's the question. If he is so antisocial, then what is he doing in a profession that requires him to talk to people and to be helpful to them?
They're the heretics, not us.
Heretics. Reason I'm a spiritual being, not a religious one. As soon as you put something on paper and write it down, it becomes the way it has to be. And anybody who doesn't do it that way is a heretic.
They called King Duran dangerous.
What am I doing?
Are you Galeev? The healer?
I had planned to spend the day gazing at the lands of my exile and feeling sorry for myself, but you're not from Sunfall, so this could be interesting.
I came from the tent city there. There's a sick girl. Her brother told me about you.
The answer is no.
What?
Huh?
No, I can't spare the medicine, nor my time to administer it. My resources are already spread thin, thin as the soiled cloths I have to use for dressings.
Why won't you help?
Look at it from my perspective. What meager goods I can get must be smuggled in. That's expensive. The behemoth's share goes to the military. Of course, there are the demands of the Citadel. Helis's kestrels are so prone to sticky ends. What's left, that's for the nobles, who can pay well for my services.
Look at it from my perspective. A little girl is sick.
I think we are calling to each other across an ideological impasse.
Yeah, his wallet, my empathy.
What's stopping me from just...
I'd have to cause a situation. And you wouldn't harm the only healer disgraced enough to work for the Shadow Karja, would you?
Well, we've only just met, but yes, it's tempting.
Take it up with the Citadel. They decide who lives and dies. Nothing you can do would compare to my punishment if I use the last of my stock on a tent girl.
You're kind of an ass, healer.
There's no cure for a conscience, but in this line of work, I've built up an immunity to it. And yet, if you feel so strongly about this one girl, perhaps we can make a deal. My charity for a Thunderjaw heart.
That's not how charity works.
It is how deals work. You'd settle my debts. For a while.
I already have the part.
Wow, we could already have a deal. Quickly now, let's salve your poor conscience.
See to the girl, and it's yours. Not before.
Oh, please. On my oath, this girl will survive to see our sad future. You and I shouldn't be seen together. Go on to the slums ahead of me. I'll find you presently. You do stand out in a crowd. That's enough excitement for my rest day.
And I'll see how long this is gonna take to load. In hindsight, maybe fast traveling to the Blazing Arch is one thing, but considering how long this might take to load, a broadhead might have been faster. Okay, no.
I've sworn Sunfall was more crowded just a few weeks ago.
That's because there were more people alive in it a few weeks ago.
New soldier delivered my rations today. When I asked about the old fellow, all he said was, gone.
Gone.
I think these disappearances are a blessing. It's the fun of gnawing the
Disappearances are a blessing, yeah. It's the people left behind, where there's more to go around now.
It's you.
I've brought someone to...
How did you... No. Wait. I don't even want to ask. In case a shadow passes over and it's gone.
Smart boy.
She'll have his full attention.
Once I'm freed of other...
Is this ceasefire gonna put more food on our tables? I very much doubt it.
What if we pass some sort of threshold? What if there's no way to regain the sun's favor anymore?
Thank you.
New soldier
Again,
delivered my
for
rations
giving
today.
her a better chance.
When I asked about the old fellow, all he said was, gone.
That's enough excitement for my rest day.
Alright.
What's stopping the Outlanders from taking their payment and betraying?
Why do I have a bad feeling she wasn't cut? She was about to finish that sentence. Alright. Last time we were here, first time I've ever actually gone in here, had to turn away because of someone with a focus staring right at me. Let's see. Yeah, see, he didn't take it. All right.
Won't cost you a shard just to look. Gawk, have you?
Huh. Gawk at what? There's literally nothing here to look at.
I knew they'd catch Dervahl eventually. Let's see him tinker his way out of this.
All right.
I'm a laborer. What am I supposed to know about foraging for food?
Got no stomach for killing other Karja.
Got these folks all here. Let's see. Hunter's Lodge, I think. Nice. Some freebooters. Some Banuk. Teknoth, I believe.
I hope the ceasefire lasts. Got no stomach for killing other Karja.
Hunters and the like.
Meridian's a whole city of little forest kings declaring rule over each cobblestone they step on.
Huh, never heard that one before.
The ceasefire. Can't do good work when you're worrying about war.
Can't stop thinking about my...
Now we get to see if your attack on their focus network was entirely successful.
What are you talking about? Did I crash the network or not?
In theory, all should be well.
Brighter days are coming, friend.
Success. Welcome to the Citadel, Aloy. I'll check back with you in a moment. In the meantime, circulate.
Like I said.
A traitor? This must be some horrible mistake.
No comparison.
Not happy about the ceasefire, but it does provide us with a chance to regroup.
I hope the Havas knows what he's doing. Bringing in these Outlanders.
Strange illnesses, sudden deaths, weird disappearances. What is going on here?
Tuh. Reason why I need to kill this bastard.
Outlanders! If you want to hear about today's bounties, head for the throne room. You're not going to make any shards by standing out here.
Just to reminisce about Meridian.
I'll take the shards, even if it means having to listen to Bahavas.
I hear the Shadow Carja are looking for one of their own. Should pay well.
Gotta say, impressive construction. Gotta wonder how they got that all the way up there, though. And who has to refill these lanterns?
Taking that payment and betraying us.
His royal
By the glory
assness.
of the sun revealed. Behold, radiant Edaman, the one true Sun King. the light in shadow, whose will is light and whose light is law.
This brat.
I command Lucius Bahavas to speak in my behalf.
By the will of radiant Edaman does the sun glare down mercilessly upon the traitor Uthid. To the hunter who brings his head to us shall go a bounty of 500 shards.
More prisoners than royalty, don't you think? Love your hair. You and I need to chat, little huntress. The green tent down in Shadowside. I'll be waiting.
Kind of busy.
And in doing so, demonstrated wanton disregard for the safety
We both know
of
you're
the
no killer
king's
for hire.
subjects.
Uthid is innocent. So come see me, while there's still time to save him.
So, the way in I spoke of is right behind you.
You've got to be kidding.
Not at all. And you needn't worry about the Kestrels.
Ah, they want us to see this, boy. It makes quite an impression.
Alright, time to do some name.
The savages have been doing for Bahavas.
Time to do some, one-on-ones.
I am merciful Eustace, Shield of Bahavas.
Merciful.
My enemies die fast. You test my patience. You test my patience.
I am relentless Shivan. I guard the High Priest.
From what?
Whatever troubles him. So don't. On your way. On your way.
Uthid was the most devoted Karja I knew. If he can't stay true, what hope is there for the rest of us?
They call me Savage Tarav, protector of Lucent Bahavas.
Protector or enforcer?
Depends on where the shadow falls. Now on your way. Off with you. Off with you.
Nora, you have the mark of a seeker.
It's more complicated than that. I'm an outcast. Like you.
Yes. I am Yun. These are the shunned. We'll take any job, but hunting our hated tribe, that's for free. Keep that in mind.
Why did they cast you out?
Murder. You?
Birth.
Huh. How disappointed All-Mother must be with us. You remind me of a brave, but she's dead now. Nora.
It's...
Yes, keep...
Why did they...
Murder. Huh.
Another Nora outside the sacred land. Banishment is a bitter draft.
Wherever Helos keeps going, I hope he's finding a way to stop these machines.
Huh. These Helos is the reason these things are up and out.
You're not known to kick hooks killers. Have any songs been written about you?
Maybe. How about you?
Only laments. We're the enders of songs. Machine spirit or man spark. We stop them all.
Ah, charming.
Warmth is for weakness.
I'm glad Helos is out fighting for our future. He may be a terror, but isn't that what you want in a commander? Ceasefire or no?
No.
My family is starving. Avad will have to answer for that eventually.
Helos is the reason that they're starving.
I hunt with Kikuk. Speak with him if you must.
Alright.
This is insane.
Hardly.
If you're gonna watch some slaughter, this is the place to do it.
Ease of hiding in
I don't
plain
like
sight.
heights.
You worry me,
Who does
boy.
Avad think he's fooling with this
Worry.
ceasefire nonsense? Nothing is forgiven.
Idiots.
Another manhunt. How many men and women can one tribe lose? Odin, leader of Odin's marvels. You've a fresh face. When you're less an eye or an ear or two, you'll fit right in. First impressions make the sale, except in this snake pit. They'll take whoever shows up.
The balustrade. It's a short drop from there.
This isn't your first job for the Shadow Karja?
Scared of their own shadows, Karja, more like. They spit on me, but the shards are good. Look at those nobles. I say noble, but you can't dress a rat in silk and call it a rat king, can you? Sunfall is a house of clay. If you were to stamp your foot, it would all crumble.
True enough.
Shouldn't you all be setting out to hunt Uthid?
Have you never done this before? Whoever goes first just leads the others. Just take a load off and avail yourself of some Karja booze until someone sniffs out the trail. Then watch us seek out our prey, straight as a ravager's shot. Zip!
Are you sure you're gonna be able to walk in a straight line?
What are you getting at?
Do you think Uthid did...
I hope so. It'll make him more dangerous. My advice.
Overthink whether he's guilty or innocent?
You let all these thoughts in your head, you'll never make it as a mercenary. Only thing that matters is dead or alive. If they say alive, bring a rag to stuff in its mouth. But these days, no one wants alive.
True.
Farewell, Odin.
Good hunting. If I should have cause to kill you, you won't suffer.
Oh, thanks.
If you've got a problem with me, talk to Odin. If he can stand his breath.
Alright. So, we're not gonna climb down yet. We... have to...
When I thought of loyalty, I thought of Uthid. He can't have just been faking it.
Relax. He's innocent, of course. Where is that bastard? Of course he's not here. That Bahavas SOB, though.
I used to see Uthid sharing his rations with the children in the camps. Hard to believe he's gone.
A ceasefire?
The man who fixes my...
Sun and shadow.
What's she called?
Shiana.
I knew a Shiana
Just
once.
yesterday.
She sang in a tavern. How is your sister's singing voice?
She likes ball games. She wants to be a soldier.
That's a shame.
Who does Avad think he's fooling with this ceasefire nonsense? Nothing is forgiven.
Wants to be a soldier.
We don't deserve this.
The food is from Dowager Queen Nasadi, little ones. Her Highness knows times are hard and helps when she can. Eat, but bring some home for your families, if you have one.
If you have any.
I've heard whispers about you. Rides machines, fancy spear, delightful freckles. Some even say you have a conscience. How extraordinary.
Who are you? You're obviously not one of the Shadow Karja.
My name is Vanasha. For now, all you need to know is that I'm a whisper of reason in this howling pit of insanity.
I know how that feels.
I'm sure you do. And so does Uthid. He's a good man, so naturally the Shadow Karja want to murder him. I've done some digging, and I think he's headed for the Green Climb. It won't take those mercenaries long to find him. He could use some help, if you're so inclined.
Stop being evasive and
Stop being evasive? But I like you, so I'll tell you a secret. I have friends in Meridian, and I like to do favors for them when I can. Uthid might be of use to them.
How do you know Uthid is in—
I'm excellent at making inquiries. Look, he feeds orphans from his own rations and personally punishes anyone who hurts the old or infirm. The idea that he would try to kill Edelman is ridiculous. He must have found something that can otherwise Bahavas wouldn't risk marking such a well-regarded man for death.
What makes you think he's on the green?
He knows he'll be pursued, so he needs a hideout that's both familiar and defensible. He once single-handedly held off an entire bandit clan in those foothills. My guess is that he'll fall back on what worked.
I'll do it.
What about me?
What will you do?
Useful things, little huntress. Look for 3.
All right. Hi ho, and off I go. Here's hoping I just have the time to get this together. I only have so long after all. Uh-oh. Oh boy. Well, that was annoying. Dropped right on those guys. All right. And there are the trees.
3 dead trees, just like Vanasha said. These tracks lead up that rise. Must be the green climb. Foot tracks stop here. Time to climb.
Up there.
All right, made it. Where did you go, Uthid? Food scraps. I'll bet Uthid stopped to see if he was being followed.
Dried meat and fruit.
He must have kept going. I've got to catch up. A dead machine. Uthid's been hunting. Everything useful has been stripped.
Really? Then why is everything still here?
Uthid's been gathering components, probably for ammo. Glintox, taking a scavenge.
Where are you? Where are you? Ah! I've been trying to use this thing more often. I've been relying on it. I said it was going to be a shamanistic challenge. But instead...
It's off!
But instead I end up relying...
Alright, back to Uthid. Where'd he go from here?
I call it a I said it was a challenge with the shamanistic weapons. But instead, I basically just, you know, I use these two when I'm close up, and then I use this when I'm at long range. So I've been trying to use... I've been trying to use the Storm Slinger more. Now, where the heck did he go? Where the heck am I? Okay. And where the heck... I'm not getting that, and I'm not getting that one.
Uthid took down a Ravager. Not an easy kill, but worth it for the parts.
Huh. Stealth weave. With nothing.
Dead Watchers. More scrap for Uthid's stockpile.
Oh. One of my Glint Hawks, and... Come on, come on. And down it goes.
The next one doesn't... You're young for a bounty hunter. Or am I old for a soldier?
I'm not here for the price on your head, Uthid. I believe you're innocent.
Innocent? Come on, then. If this is a trick, it's a good one. You've earned your kill.
Won't waste this.
Alright, before anything else happens...
No tricks.
Now it's time to fight.
Just talk.
All right.
I want to know what happened at Sunfall.
All right. For weeks, each dawn in the tent city came with a new death. Always in their sleep, no struggle. The old, the infirm, sometimes the young. Those who couldn't fight for the cause. I should have realized then it was a culling.
Who would do such a thing?
Who do you
They thought
think?
it was a curse, an evil spirit. But it was only a man. And a silent poison. It took time to catch him, but we did. We brought him before Bahavas for the sun's judgment.
The High Priest Bahavas? He's the one who put the bounty on you.
Yes. He thanked me for my diligence, then had his guards release the villain. You see? It was he who ordered the culling. Then they turned on us. Should have died with my men, so their loyalty meant something. 20 years I gave to the sun. For what? Malice and murder? As for honor, sacrifice, true sacrifice, the kind priests and rulers know nothing of? It's all a fat joke.
I can believe you're a good man. But why go with the Shadow Karja in the first place? Why serve them?
Because of Itaman, of course. He was the one true Sun King.
Itaman's just a child.
Yes. An untainted vessel. But they used him. Used our faith. I can see that now. Bahavas didn't need to disgrace my name. I did it.
If it's honor you seek, the Sun Karjas seem trustworthy.
Those Karja once raided your Nora lands. Raided every land we could reach. It was the Sun's will. Others did worse. But as their captain, I had...
Uthid, I don't care what you did. I can't absolve you.
Perhaps. Avad doesn't understand what the Sun demands of its soldiers.
Perhaps he understands it too well.
Now you sound like the blameless Murad.
Huh.
I met someone who wants to get you out of this. A woman named Vanasha. But first, we need to get you out of here.
What are you? You look like a hunter. You give orders like a soldier who's been out... Mercenaries. Think they'll all line up to tell me I'm innocent?
Should have stayed on the plains, Kaja! The mountains belong to us! Keecook's killers! When we're done with you, you won't even leave an echo!
You didn't make it hard to be followed. Almost as if you wanted to go out in a showdown.
Not much gets by you.
Wasn't expecting a girl.
We still got another squad on the way.
Ah, just barely.
We'll send the rest as soon as they arrive. Rally! We can still finish them!
Who the hell hit me? Don't just stand there.
Be the last. Follow me. I've stashed supplies up above.
I'll come back for these later.
Grab what you can while we still have time.
It'd be nice if they gave me, you know, a clock. Oh.
A robust defense is the most satisfying to break. All right, Marvels. We brought the priest out here, so let's put on a show for him.
He's got
I
3
know
fire
that,
strikers.
We've unfinished business, Bahavas and I. This will be difficult. I think you rallied to a lost cause.
I don't intend to die today, Euthid.
I did. But you're starting to change my mind.
Look out! Bad. To your left, the mine.
I just killed Odin of Odin's Marvels.
The fury of the sun.
Oh. Huh?
We're shield mates. You fall. Come on, gents, let's get... Here it comes.
That's the last of the Marvels.
Bahavas thought he had enough fodder to keep him safe. Now there's hope for justice. Will you come with me?
All right. First I kill the big relentless guy with the fire striker, and then I use that to kill the rest of them.
This won't be easy. Bahavas still has his personal guard.
Fun fact, you actually can get up to Bahavas before Uthid does. I got myself a very nice shot. Him cowering down in the corner while I got my big old bow pointed right at his face. Kinda right now.
This'll come in handy.
You might have noticed that he cut off mid-sentence because I made sure to blow his ass up personally. But that's all he had on him. Head honcho of this whole mercenary pack. And he's got nothing.
Across there and we'll have him.
Actually, hold on real fast. Let me check something else. But if I go that way, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get back to him without him giving me the old alley-oop. I'll save that for later.
I had to come here myself to end your suffering, Uthid, and mine. The Outlanders led us here, and now that they are dead, their price is most affordable. But enough with needles. It's time for blades. Remove them from the sun's sight.
Like I said, the big guy first.
Kill the traitor! Kill Nora!
Have a care, Nora.
The sun sets on your pathetic life.
Wait, how am I suffering from corruption?
Judgment upon you.
27.
Make it hurt. The shadow falls upon.
Man, he's only a 0. Now you see, you gotta give him a boost up there, but if you're persistent, you can find a way to get up there before he does. Get yourself some nice photos before he, well, let's just get straight to that.
Whatever deal you worked out with him, I'll double it. More than double it.
Can't double nothing.
I'm tired of this, Bahavas. The lies and the violence and your cheap scented oils. I don't suppose you'd kill yourself.
I had to. I had to. Prune the weak, or all the Karja in Shadow are doomed.
This solves nothing. But may the sun find some worth among your drying bones.
Some people, well, some people. But then there are others where it's like, just enough. I don't want to hear you talk, I don't want to hear you scream, I just want to know for a fact that you are gone, and that I never have to worry about you again. Now, nobody ever has to worry about Bahavas and his lunatic BS, self-prophesizing ass ever again.
That was quite a fireworks show.
And she comes here all dressed pretty.
You took your time?
I was busy. What do you think happened to Yun Shund, the other mercenary band? And I had to organize passage to Meridian for a wanted man. Give us a moment, Uthid. Girl talk. You've had quite a day. I never imagined Bahavas would blunder into his own trap. His death opens up...
Is it me or does her left eye look like she got punched? That red underneath it, the way it's squinting? I can't help but think that she actually has a black eye, despite how pretty she's dressed.
Wonderful possibilities. Remember Edaman and Nasadi, the child...
Ugh.
King and his mother guarded like hostages at Sunfall? With Bahavas gone, no one will be watching them. I want to get them out.
Kidnapping the Sun King of the Shadow Karja is...
It's not kidnapping.
How do you know that?
I've been posing as Nasadi's handmaiden. She's scared for her...
Why do you care what happened?
Edaman is the Shadow Karja's figurehead. If beyond that, he's just a boy who clings to his mommy. He made a little grazer for me out of matchsticks once. It wasn't very good, but still, nobody ever made anything for me before.
Why do I have a feeling that she's almost as lethal as I am, but she's got just this big, warm, gooey, mushy center, like a perfectly made s'mores.
What's going to happen at Sunfall now that Bahavas is dead?
Oh, it will be glorious. The priests will panic. There'll be infighting, skullduggery, and backstabbing as they wrangle for power. Best of all, they'll be distracted. Bahavas, your life brought misery, but your death is a flower that blooms in abundance.
What's going to happen?
Don't worry. You gave him a second life, and I'll put it to good use. He'll be welcomed in Meridian as a military advisor. Hopefully he can help Avad finish the Shadow Karja with as little bloodshed as possible.
I think we'd all prefer the largest amount of precise bloodletting as possible. I mean, let's face it, there are a few assholes in here who, well...
What do you need to get Nasadi and...
With Bahavas dead, Sunfall is the easy part. I'll handle that. The big fuss will be crossing the border to the Sundom. Find my friend, Three-Toe Huadiv, near the Branded Shore.
Three-Toe.
I hired his crew to sweep the path, so all you have to do...
If this Huadiv has already cleared the area...
Contingencies, little huntress. Something will go wrong, and I need protection I can count on. You.
I'll try not to disappoint.
The Nora said you would help me. Are we bound for Meridian?
Only if you want to go, my dear.
What choice do I have?
I swear.
None at all. I was just being polite.
Alright, they're gonna banter back and forth for a little while.
What makes you think Avad will welcome me after I served his enemies?
He's a forgiving man. Just smile a lot. You can't smile, can you? No, that's a grimace.
She is such a tease.
Nervous about going to Meridian?
I've been a soldier for 20 years. I do not get nervous.
Not even around a pretty lady?
I will not dignify that with a response.
I'm not gonna lie, he strikes me a lot like myself.
The Nora said you would help me. Are we bound for
I'm
Meridian?
ashamed to admit that I'm a little more
Only if you
proper
want
than
to go, my
anything.
dear.
I honestly
What
wouldn't know
choice
what to
do I
do with
have?
that woman.
None at all. I was just being polite.
Now, let's see if I can get
What makes you think Avad
back.
will welcome me after I served his enemies?
He's a forgiving man. Just smile.
Alright, so next time we have the Queen's Gambit. You know, you hear that phrase a lot. I've heard boats called that, I've heard planes called that, I've heard a few different things called that, but I'm pretty sure it probably has an actual reference, but I'm not sure what it is. Might look that up later. But like I said, I wasn't sure if I'd be able to get back Remember, I was only able to get up here because I had because of those two people cutscenes. So I was worried that I wouldn't be able to get back over here and complete this job if I did this without his help. But yeah, no, now you can come over here and you can loot these suckers. So, gonna cut out now, and like she said, we gotta head here to meet with Reed Toad Huadiv. We'll head down here to the lake, and then we will go here to the Bright Market, and from there, it's just a hop, skip, and a jump to Meridian. That's the game plan anyway. But like she said, contingencies. Contingencies, contingencies, contingencies. Something that every good leader knows is that you need to make sure you have backup plans for your backup plans. But that will be for the next video. So until then, this is JDog X211 signing off, and oh, what do you know? I can't go down there. Huh. Like I said, I've been doing a lot of firsts in this video. But like I said before, this is JDog X211.